Hello and welcome. These are horse racing selections for Friday, the 6th of June. I am flatcapcallum and I'm hoping you are all very, very well. We will carry on the theme of quiet, low staking short videos this week. That's what we're doing. Last night I was far too tired to do everything a proper justice. And then interestingly, I had four ready to go last night, but I still had a lot of racing, so I thought it was going to be a really busy day. And there was a forecast option I was looking at, and then went through all of the sort of the big field handicaps this morning, and I came out with nothing. And then the forecast, on balance, the ground's a bit too in between, and there's a bit of that around today. Like who knows what the ground's going to say? And if you actually look at the official updates and you look at versus different websites, look at Sport Live Racing Posts, they're all saying slightly different things. It's very, very helpful for the average punter to try and work out what the ground is. Going on the BHA updates is a helpful thing, but there's still a bit more rain around. So, all that being said, that leaves me on Friday for the four original horses I had on the shortlist before I went through everything else. A couple of them have shortened up as I thought they might do overnight. I'm still willing to play them on the prices available now, but you could have got fancier prices on a couple of them. And in those four, we are including a horse in the Oaks. There's two at Epsom and two at Clonmel. That's the play, $9.50 a Yankee. Let's do the review of Thursday. That won't take long. Four short ones by my standards, nothing. So $8.50 down. It was still about $8.40 up for the week, because we had a nice day on Wednesday. Here is my Friday offering. Right, starting 3.15 Epsom, Have Secret. It's in really, really good form. There's not an obvious reason why it wouldn't run another decent enough race, other than I've switched jockey. Shane Gray's riding it rather than Billy Garrity, so that would be a little bit of a watch out. Nothing against Shane Gray, just the fact that the times it's run recently have had Billy Garrity on, but Have Secret is in 11-1. Then we're going in the Oaks. I hate these ones trying to read. As a dyslexic person, trying to read that is really hard work, right? So we might take it a long way. Maybe that's what we're saying, right? So in the Oaks, I should have actually watched the race back and listened to the commentary more attentively, but it still doesn't stick in my head. Right, I'm good with numbers, right? Not with letters. That's how it works. In the Oaks, clearly you got a really obvious favourite in there, and then you've got the Aidan O'Brien ones. I think the jockey bookings are really interesting on Aidan O'Brien's, because I'd have thought Ryan Moore was going to ride well, but he's gone the other way. I think if you're going to upset the front in the apple cart, this is the one to be on. Joseph O'Brien, Dylan Brown, McMonagall. There's quite a lot of pace on, and I'm interested to see who really takes it on in the race. Only 9 runners, but quite a few of them are liable for the pace, and that one ran really well from the front last time. So form-wise, it looks progressive. I think that's where to take a chance against the top end of the market. And then we're going Clonmel. We got a maiden and a bumper, haven't we? Of course, we have 5 o'clock Clonmel. Synchronise. Last night, 50s in places, 40s would have been a fair price. 25s now, but I still think that's worth playing. I think the market has that horse completely wrong. It should be much, much closer to more about the 10-1 kind of a mark. 8.30 Clonmel. Shabra Dia. Similarly, market has that wrong because it's very exposed, but there really isn't actually much in the race that has done anything better than it, or is unexposed enough that could do better. So I kind of had the horse ranged between 3rd and 5th. So 18-1 is a good enough price. 25s last night, but we'll take 18s. So 25p each way Yankee, 50p each way singles. Sky are an extra place on this 18 runner maiden. I think it's 18 or something silly in there. So that's the play. 9.50. Yankee singles. Boom. So far very low staking week. We'll see what the weekend brings. That is me. Enjoy your day. See you in the next one. Bye bye.